Right, before some X's and O's stuff, we have to ask was your phone blowing up, or what's it been like since you're big time starring
Yeah.
on Tuesday night?
I mean, it has. I made sure I put my phone on D&D, which means it's do not disturb. So I'll just make sure my focus is in the present moment, which is here. So I'll just make sure whenever I do get a text message or a phone call, I'll just let them know like I'm in the present moment right now. I can't answer, whether if I'm in a meeting, whether if I'm going over plays. So it's been blowing up, but like I said, I keep my focus in the present moment, which is now. So I just make sure that I'm focused 100% on football right now.
Can we get you to admit whether you enjoyed it or not, or if your family,
I
if they
mean,
really had a good time?
yeah, my family thought it was funny. I also thought it was funny as well, but I don't pay too much mind about it because I make sure that I'm here for a reason and I need to make sure I get the job done, and I just want to win at the end of the day.
Negative 250? Is that exaggeration or is?
So when I said negative 250, I should have said negative 2.50 because I have one eye that's negative 2.50, which is my right eye, and my left eye is negative 2.25. That's why I said like, which I should have said it's an average estimate, but it's negative 250 in my right eye, negative 2.25 in my left eye.
What's life like when you're
Without them?
yeah?
It's kind of shaky, I would say. It's something I can't really adjust to. So other than that, I just make sure that I'm wearing my glasses or contacts at all times.
Have there been times over the course of your football career where eyesight has been an issue?
No, other than a contact popping out, I just make sure I get it right back in and just keep going.
You don't wear a visor.
No.
Why not? Why?
So if I happen to wear rec specs, which I am right now, these are rec specs, sports goggles, they end up fogging up. So my actual visor will fog up, which will only create the rec specs to fog up as well, so it won't help my situation.
Has Rec Specs reached out to you? Yeah.
I don't think so, no, not yet, not yet. Still waiting on that call.
What was your background on special teams before this summer, other than returning? Did you ever had to do coverage or anything like that?
You know, it was funny that you say that because in high school, I did all sides of special teams, whether that was punt return, kickoff, and kickoff return, hands team as well, and onside kickoff. But in college, I ended up doing punt. I played wing. I also played kickoff and kickoff return. I didn't get too much reps on punt return, but I'm working on that every single day.
It's obviously tough for Rico getting hurt.
Yes.
Forward to Sunday night.
First off, it's unfortunate. Rico's a good guy, man. But at the end of the day, the next guy has to step up and just play the next play. But other than that, I'm just going to take the opportunity, run with it, and have fun and just treat it like it's a normal game because at the end of the day, the next guy's up. You just got to have fun with it.
How significant of a game do you feel this is for you on Sunday? And how do you feel leading up to it? Is there some anxiety, excitement? How do you approach it?
No, that's funny that you say that because I just try to take things day by day because if you try to look towards the future, you might get anxiety. So I just make sure I stay in the present moment and just focus on the now. But I'm beyond excited. We got like 2 more days until the actual game, so I just make sure take it day by day. So once this day is over, focus on Saturday, make sure we go through our walkthroughs, our progressions, and just have fun with it.
Special teams, pass protection, your work with the ball in your hands. Which part of Sunday's game do you think is going to be biggest for you to demonstrate?
When you say a ball in my hand, do you mean?
Ball carrier.
I would say on all sides, really. I just make sure I can bring everything to the table, whether if I don't have the ball in my hands or if I do. So at the end of the day, I just try to be selfless and just win.
Hard Knocks showed Zeke and Tony kind of pulling you off the
Yeah.
side, teaching you. What is their mentorship meant
It's
to you?
it's something else, man. It's a cool bond. They're all loving guys, but at the same time, we're here to compete. So they make sure that I know what I'm doing, and at the end of the day, they make sure that I know what I'm supposed to do at the end of the day, when it comes to plays, when it comes to small details. So, but other than that, they're all cool guys. We joke around. We make sure we have fun while we're doing it because it's a job. But if you look at it as a job, it might not seem as fun. So we try to go out there, have fun, and be kids and just know what you're doing.
Has there been a most helpful tip that Zeke has given you?
I would say basically focusing on the small details because football is basically a game of timing and inches. So you have to be very precise. You got to be intelligent when it comes to football IQ, which we speak about all the time in meetings. It's called a FBI. So we make sure that you got to have everything precise, small details correct, and just have fun doing it.
They brought brought up Chuck Muncie's name again since that practice.
Oh, of course.
A little bit.
Yeah. I actually didn't know who Chuck Muncie was until I looked him up, and he was like a guy 6'2", 6'3", played for the Chargers, I think, and he actually balled out. I think his number was 32 or 40, something like. Yeah, something like that. But he was a player, ball guy, definitely, 100%.
How'd you end up picking those glasses?
Yeah.
Was it an option of a lot of different ones, or?
No, I actually have two Rec Specs pair of glasses. I got these in college because in college I was having troubles with the same kind of thing. My contacts would pop out, but not during the game. So I actually ended up getting these, and this is one of the first times I actually wore them in a game professionally, because I wore them in college, but I didn't wear them until my contacts started popping out. So.
I realize this goes without saying, but how different is all of this from Tiffin, where you come from?
Oh, it's a blessing, man, because like I just try to take everything and soak it in, because you don't want to take anything for granted. Like I've gone through a lot. Everyone has a story, but coming from a small school and being here, this huge facility, it's a blessing, man. So I try to wake up every day, I pray, and just make sure I don't take anything for granted.
Biggest difference between the Star
And Tiffin, oh my, it's too much to start, man. I don't even know where to start. The food, there's chefs, there's nutritionists that actually tell you what to eat. They give you specific things to take that's better for your bones, your body, and basically we go over yoga. We have a lot of things that help you mentally and physically. So it's awesome.
Is it fair to say that, casual fans don't realize what a lifestyle change it is to come into the NFL, that it goes way beyond practice in a meeting room?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I feel like coming here, it's more mental than physical, because obviously everybody has talent. So everybody's fast, everybody's strong, everybody's big. So what separates you from the next guy is up here mentally. So what can you do better than the next guy mentally?
How is Isaac Alarcon in the locker room?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
How is Isaac Alarcon in the locker room? Isaac, the Mexican guy.
Oh, Isaac. First off, Isaac is a great dude. He's funny. He's always hype. Like he always has energy, whether that's on the field or off the field. And we actually talked about spiritual things, even though we talk about mental and physically, but you got to be there spiritually as well. So me and Isaac have had a one-on-one, and he's a great dude all around. But in the locker room, he's still the same dude. He's not putting on an act. He's a funny guy. He's not too loud. If you go up and talk to him, he'll talk to you. But great dude overall, 100%.
What's your opinion about him as a player?
Say it again. Him as a player? I feel like he's developed into a better player, because I watched some of the film from last year, and it shows some of the things that he was working on. Like even now, he's still working on it every day. But I feel like he's developing more of a better man and also a better football player, 100%.
In regard again to your eyesight,
Yes.
has it been what it is today for as long as you can remember, or is it something that progressed?
So it's something that progressed, because I grew up playing video games heavy. I started playing video games at the age of like 4 or 5, and ever since then I didn't look back. I used to sit very close to the TV, so if this was the TV, I would sit like right here and just play it. But eventually at the age of like 12 or 13, I told my parents, like, something's wrong with my eyes. Like, I should probably get this checked out. And eventually I went to the eye doctor and ended up getting prescribed contacts, which was hard for me at first to put them in, and then eventually I ended up doing them, putting them in without mirrors and things like that. So
you're telling us that when mom says move back from the TV screen, you're going to hurt your eyes. That she's
I didn't listen.
Right?
100% right, because I would do it, and as a kid you're like, right when she leaves, you're like, come on, I'm gonna get back up there. So, but 100% listen to your mom. Moms are right all the time.
So you'll be telling your kids, get away from
Scoot back from the TV unless you want to look like me, But no, other than that, I'll probably end up getting LASIK eye surgery eventually. But right now, I'm just gonna rock the Rec Specs, inspire people, have fun, because there's been people that doubted me. So I'll make sure I do it for people that wanna, go further in life. Don't listen to the doubters, and just put your faith in God and just have fun doing it.
You were talking about your mindset earlier. How
Yes.
much of that mindset is, look how far I've come already.
Yeah.
There's where I was, where I am now. You can't really say that Sunday's game is huge or whatever just because of what I've done already. How much of your mindset is based on that?
It's not, because that's like going back to her question. I try to live in the present moment. Like, yes, I came a long way, but at the end of the day, everyone has a story. Whether it's football or not, everyone goes through struggles mentally, physically, or spiritually. So I just try to make sure I stay in the present moment. I finish every objective 110%, and I just make sure I stay where my feet is at, and I just focus on the now. Take it day by day.
You mentioned your faith. You have Philippians 4:13 on your arm. Can
Yes.
you just talk about the significance?
So this
of-
was my first tattoo, actually. This is my first tattoo, and it showed me who I was as a person, because I got this my freshman year of college, and it just made me into who I am today. Like I said, I got it my freshman year of college. That's when I started going to church more, and I started putting my faith in Christ and God Himself. So it's awesome. I'm pretty into tattoos.
That's one of my favorite verses.
Yeah, I'm pretty into tattoos, but I like it, man. I love faith.
How long did it take you to get
The whole thing?
Yeah.
First it was so first off, I would say around 3 to 4 sessions, and this is probably a mix between 3 to 4 hours each. So just sitting there. I mean, all tattoos hurt, so it depends on how much pain you're willing to tolerate.
When you're playing video games, and
Oh, I still do.
yeah, what were you playing as a kid? And when you're sitting so close to the screen, what were your games of choice?
So there's a game called Tekken.
Oh yeah.
It's a fighting game. My uncle actually got me into it, and I played Tekken. I played NFL Street. I played a game called 2K5, which was Madden back then. Sports games, fighting games. Never believe this. I played Scarface as a kid. So I was into all of it, man. Like, my parents were like, you know what? As long as you're not out there getting in trouble, we can go ahead, play a game, man. Like, have fun, do your thing, and just make sure you don't get in trouble in school, in the streets, whatever it is.
Were you a Yoshimitsu guy? On Tekken, what was your...
So that's funny that you say that, because I actually played it like 2 months ago. What's the guy's name? He has like a big sword. I can't even.
Yoshimitsu.
I think that's him. Yeah. He was one of my go-to guys I went to immediately. So that's the guy. Well, how do you pronounce his name?
Yoshimitsu, I think. I'm not
Yoshi-
Japanese, but yeah.
Yoshimitsu.
I think so, yeah.
Yoshimitsu. That's the guy that I would use all the time.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
What's this stuff?
So right now I'm on PS4. Growing up, I first started playing on Nintendo 64. Started playing GoldenEye. That was one of the first games I ever got into. Then eventually my uncle got me into World of Warcraft, and it just took off from there.
And then lastly,
Yep.
you talk about everyone has a story. This opportunity of being in kind of a group setting is the only way where we'd be able to ask you your story in terms of what you think might be, something that you could tell younger fans, or kind of your message. What do you think of your story? Where does it begin?
First off, I would say is don't listen to anybody that tries to doubt you, because if you believe in the doubts, then you won't even believe in yourself. So believe in yourself first, put your faith in God, and He will lead the way for you. Even though it might not seem like it at first, just have faith, put your head down, grind. Whatever you want to be, you can be. You just have to put in the work, put in the effort, and just be consistent at it.